Hello, and welcome to our King's Legacy Group presentation on personal credit. I am Nneka King, your narrator and owner of King's Legacy Group. So let's dive into where it all begins on our journey of financial wellness, learning how to control where our money goes. And this starts with our personal credit. Financial literacy is the #1 economic crisis in the world, and in the African American community covers the majority of the lack of knowledge. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Those who study how money works have a greater chance of becoming wealthy. Our struggle with money and our relationship with our finances hold true over the course of time of our lives to determine our success. What you think will be your reality. To briefly go over our short disclaimer, the information we share is based on our own opinions, experiences, practices, and insight into the strategies suitable to our financial wellness for our family. King's Legacy Group we are not financial advisors, and our videos are for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. You must do your own due diligence and seek professional advice when you feel the need to confirm or expand your understanding of knowledge on any topic covered on this platform. Always remember to make smart decisions that suit your own needs and do your own research and analysis. Who is King's Legacy Group? King's Legacy Group is a financial literacy platform that is bridging the gap between the youth ages 12 to 17 and the mature adults to achieve generational wealth, providing the tools and resources to understanding financial literacy, life skills, training, personal and business finance, and the strategies to achieve generational wealth. Both the learning tools and skills needed to develop and change your mindset of financial wellness that will help you make good decisions that will empower us for life. King's Legacy Group is helping you understand that when you learn, you grow, and then you can earn the wealth you deserve. Okay. Jumping over the hurdles. The power is actually when you learn the knowledge and you apply it to what you have learned. That's how knowledge is power. King's Legacy Group, our goal is to close the gap between our youth and us mature adults by educating and giving us the guidance with the tools and the resources to level the playing field in our society. The power of credit. Only 17 out of 50 states require high schools to teach at least one class in personal finance. So let's start the learning process of the power within us. The cycle of earning a paycheck to spend a paycheck. This cycle has to stop being a revolving door of despair and mediocre living. As you can see, the hurdles, although it's not hard, it's just time consuming based on the amount of energy and focus that you must put into implementing the tools and information that you learn and actually putting action to executing the information that you learned. So first achievements are the first hurdles. You have to know where your money is going, develop a realistic budget, create multiple streams of income, open a checking account, savings, investment account, and emergency fund. If your score is very low, make your first credit goal to achieve a score of 560 and work your way up to 850 It's really not that hard, I promise. I'm doing it myself. When you get your reports, assess them, address concerns, and request corrections to be made. The second hurdle that you have to get over, once you understand the basis, once you understand you want to reach these goals, then you have to implement the strategies to get those goals accomplished. So you have to start with paying your bills on time, at least 5 days before the due date. Consider paying your bills bi-weekly. That'll help you have more available cash in your account in between paycheck to paycheck. It is crucial that you understand the vital importance of setting up automatic pay through your bank or your creditor's website. Pay down your debt using the snowball effect. Download the Experian Boost app and download to apply for the Self-Lender Credit Builder. These are strategies that are working for me, that has worked for others. And again, like I said before, I'm sharing my journey to show it is possible, regardless of where you have to start from. Before you tackle building or rebuilding your credit, we must generate more income to support the cause. If you are blessed to have a one-income household, then that's awesome. If you can take that one income and do what you need to do financially to grow your money, expand your money, increase your money, if you make enough on that one job or one career, then you are a small percent of the blessed. But for those that are not making enough with the one incomes, you have to decide on how you're going to generate multiple streams of income. Whether that be a second job and use that second income to achieve the goals that you have in place. But you have to improve your circumstances and generate additional income to elevate your personal credit objectives. The ways that you can earn additional income, again, income from working a job, a profit income, which is income from buying and selling something, residual or passive income, income you continue to earn after the work is done, interest income, income from lending money, dividend income, income from owning stocks, rental income, income from renting a house, capital gains or assets increasing in value, and royalty income, income from others using your idea. Now at this point, I have earned income, I have profit income, I have dividend income, I have capital gains income. So yes, I'm starting on the right path to get started so that I could meet the goals I have set in place to achieve financial wellness. Bank accounts you should have. If you are with a brick and mortar bank or a credit union, you should have more than one preferred checking account and one savings account. I mean, that's good to start with, but on this journey of financial literacy and financial wellness, there are so many other things that you need to have in place to achieve these objectives. So, just to give an idea, your main account, your preferred checking account, this debit card you should never want to carry on your person. It should be kept in a safe or kept at home, but never on your person. Reason being, if you have your main account that your main income goes into, if something happens, whether that be identity theft or you lose or your card is stolen, all of your money will be gone. So that's not a good choice to have your main account with access on you that someone else can get to. So after the preferred checking account, your preferred debit account, you should have an everyday checking account. This account should be used as your low balance debit card that you carry on you. So if something happens, they will only get access to money that has been put aside for immediate bills and usage, not your full preferred debit account. You need to get a personal credit card with your bank or credit union. You should have your initial savings account. You should open another account that's used for building your emergency fund only. You should have an additional debit checking account that you use for your investment deposits only. Again, limiting access to third party or identity theft issues. And of course, you need to have a Roth IRA account. These are the personal accounts that you should have. Not talking about business account right now. I'm just talking about personal. So again, keep in mind, if you have a business account, you need to ask your bank about the new regulations. For example, I learned actually just yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? And my bank is with Wells Fargo. The banking system is now verifying the business accounts that they have, and they're verifying the information for validity of your physical addresses listed on your business account, and if that address matches the address you have on your Secretary of State registered account. Business accounts will be closed with or without notice if the address provided is a viral address, or if it doesn't match up with your Secretary of State registration account. The address registered must be a legal home or a legal commercially owned address, a brick and mortar building. So they are verifying, and if it's not either one, or if it doesn't match up to the SOS.gov, they're going to close your business account with or without notice. Well, you get notice because they'll send you a letter saying that the account is closed and you got to come handle your business. Either provide and update a valid address, or come get your money and put it somewhere else. Now, whether all banks are following suit, the bank representative couldn't confirm that, but she said 9 times out of 10 they will, or they're already implementing this process now. So if you have a business account, you need to get with your bank and see what's going on and what you need to do. Suggested credit cards to have. Now, as I mentioned before, I am on a journey of rebuilding my credit, my personal credit, because my goal is to accumulate as much credit that I can, because I'm also in business and I have more than one business account, and my objectives for both is to be at a level of starting out at $20,000 a month gross, and within a year I should be moving up to $100,000 gross a month. So my goals may be different than yours, but the process is still the same. If you need to improve or start your personal credit record, that's going to come from credit cards. Now, the whole premise of this platform is to change our mindset. Although I'm going to mention these credit cards, there's a strategy to these number of credit cards. There's straightforward intent on what they should be used for and how they're going to help you build your personal credit score and credit history. Okay, the first one, house bills. Again, you get no benefit. You get zero benefit of using your bank debit card or any debit card. No benefit whatsoever. So maximize your buying power and your borrowing power by using credit cards. If you need to establish or reestablish your credit profile, your history, your worthiness, these are the things that you need to do. So we got to change the mindset of when we get credit cards that you just want to spend because you have an offered limit. Just because the limit is there does not mean that you abuse it. Play the game well. Don't fall for the game because, yes, credit card companies want you to owe them money. But that doesn't mean you have to fall for the game. You can control the game yourself. So, what I do is I have credit cards, but I use them for specific things. For my house bills, for rent, again, using a debit card, a money order, a cashier's check, or cash, you get no benefit from paying your rent with those tools. Now, if you are a homeowner, your mortgage payment, you get a benefit of paying your mortgage payment with whatever method you use because that account is reported to the credit bureaus because it's under a loan. Even though the words are different, loan and credit, they're the same thing. So why not reap the benefits of paying your rent with a credit card? I use that credit card for rent, utilities, security for the home, my Comcast, cable and internet. That's one card. I don't use it for anything else. Groceries, that's another credit card that you can get. Use that for food and household supplies. This is controlling your money, and this is how you strategize to build your credit profile and build your credit score to where you want it to be and need it to be for whatever life objectives you have in store. One of the easiest ways to build your credit quickly is to get a gas card. You would get a gas credit card for personal use and for work use. So I would have 2 gas cards, one that I use for personal when I'm not working, when I'm not on duty working, of which I am a driver. Then I would use my business gas card for when I'm on duty. Keep personal and business separate. Only buy gas. Again, this is about discipline, focus, intent, and execution of objectives, your financial objectives. So if you get off track and don't follow the plan, then that's how you mess yourself up. And then you're back in the same boat of struggling to get out of debt or making bad money choices. Your car, if you have a car, you should get a credit card to do the same thing. Pay your car note, pay your insurance, repair on your vehicle, maintenance on your vehicle, car detail. Now, when I say car detail, I don't mean a regular car wash going through the car wash for $7. No. If you're going to pay $10 or more, some people pay $40 to $50 depending on the type of vehicle that they have. Use your credit card and reap the benefits from that. The same way you would have the debit card because the cash is in your account, then it's still going to be there to make those payments on the credit card. You're killing 3 birds with 1 stone, actually. So utilize the credit cards and get out of using your debit card because you get 0 benefit from using your debit card or any other method of payment of cash, money order, cashier's check. If you have memberships, Get you a small credit card and just use that for like your cell phone, your gym membership, your Netflix, music memberships, annual account renewals, a furniture account, or if you shop at a electronic store on a regular basis for equipment, then use a credit card for that. Your insurance, life insurance, health insurance, disability insurance, your HSA medical insurance, prepaid legal, renter's insurance, or even AAA car coverage. Pay that through a credit card. If you like to travel, use one credit card for those expenses. Don't put and combine everything on one card. And keep in mind, with the statements being separated for these credit cards, then you know exactly where everything is going. And when you sit down and go over your bills and review your budget, everything is clearly cut. You know where it's going, you see where it's going, you can file your records accordingly. And you stay focused and stay on track. Now, if you have a business, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to have designated credit cards to cover business expenses and business travel. The reason I say have two business cards when it comes to your regular business expenses that covers your operations, business meals, your marketing, innovation, whatever the case may be, have a separate one from your travel. Because when it's time for your taxes, if you have an accountant or CPA that does your taxes, or even if you're audited by the IRS, they're going to be so impressed and annoyed at the same time that you have your stuff together, which they probably won't worry about auditing you anytime soon or for some years, because they be like, well, we can't get nothing out of them because they got their stuff in order. They're organized. They understand what they need to do. So, yeah, you got to take advantage of this stuff. But because of the reason I say separate for the business expenses and the business travel, because first thing the IRS want to do is to dispute or question travel costs for business. So when you got everything separated and everything is printed out and self-explanatory that it was applied to a business travel situation, then there's no question. Again, keeping good records, that is just common sense. So this method works for me because I'm on a mission to build the finances I need to achieve the level of generational wealth for my family. So this may not be for you. I'm just sharing my experience and what is working and works for a lot of other people. Now let's get to the process to achieve your financial goals. Again, your first focus is to rebuild your personal credit or start building your personal credit. Like I said, I'm building my business credit for two companies that I expect to gross pretty well every month. The first year being slow, I should do between 10 and 20,000 a month for the first year. Then after that, yeah, I'm stepping my game up on other things for both businesses to where I should be grossing between 50 and 100,000 a month on my second year and on. So yes, I'm on a mission, people. Good practices to follow. If you have debit card or credit cards, invest, and it doesn't cost much, and I'm actually going to be selling them myself. Purchase some RFID blocking card protectors. You know there are scammers, you know there are thieves out there. They walk around with devices or whatever, and they can walk past you, walk past your purse or your wallet, and scan the information on your card. So these little simple card protectors prevent that. They can't be read. They can't be scanned. Do not carry all your debit and credit cards on you or in your wallet or purse. The only cards you should carry on you is actually one or two. Even if you had 10 credit cards or 10 debit cards, whatever the case may be, you don't need to carry all those on you. Perfect example. On the previous page, I mentioned about the house bills, the rent, the utilities. All of that can be paid electronically, online. There's no physical card process or physical. There's no physical paper being turned in for the payment. So that card, again, that's the main card you shouldn't be carrying on you anyway. You can leave it at home or put it in a safe at home or put it in a safety deposit box at the bank. You don't have to have that card on you to process your payments, your bill payments. Because I'm sure you're going to have it written down somewhere, so just use that to make those payments. Only time you need to touch that card is when it's time to renew and you got to replace it. That's the only time you should see that card once a year. The only cards you should carry on you are the ones you use for low balance or specific daily use cards. You need to put an emergency card in your safe. Whatever account you have for your emergency fund, that card doesn't need to be held on you either, because it's only going to be needed in time of emergency. So throw that in the safe too. You don't need it on you. No one else has access to it. The card used to pay fixed accounts and other online bill payments, this card can be put in a safe, like I said before, like the house bills. The credit card used for that, I don't need to carry that on me because I make all the transactions online. Always keep an update and a backup file. Digitally, email yourself your information or create a logbook of your passwords and all your vital information, of which I will be selling logbooks coming soon of different categories. Don't give access to your primary personal and business bank accounts. Keep these secured. For each card, create separate logins and passwords. Please create separate logins and passwords for each card. It should never be the same login information or the same password for another one. This takes little time, people, but it's security. Okay, we have reached the end of this slide. Closing statement. I hope that you found some value in the content shared today. So until next time, take care of yourselves and know that knowledge is real power when you apply it. Please remember to support our platform by clicking like, share, make a comment if you'd like. We would appreciate it. It only takes one time to hit subscribe on either platform. Thank you for staying with us. Be blessed.